I'm your host, Kelly Morgan, indie author and indie publisher. Welcome to another episode of The Author's Mic. Welcome to today's episode. Everybody, Kelly here. Welcome to another episode of The Author's Mic. And you know it's Monday because I have a guest with me today. I have a best-selling Amazon author, Monique. She is going to talk about all types of wonderful stuff. I'm just going to let her get into it. I'm always happy when, another author or a creative decides to share this platform with me. But even more is when it is somebody of color because, baby, let me tell you, there are not enough spaces out there for us. And that's what this is all about. Monique, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, you are so welcome. So tell me, what do you want to talk about? Like, the mic is yours. Let's just get into it.
Well, I'm going to introduce myself. I say the Monique Duell. I am the host of Having a Moment with Moni radio show podcast. I am, as she said, an Amazon best-selling author. I do a little bit of everything. I write and sing and cook. I do a whole lot. I'm a full-time caregiver and advocate, and so writing has been something I've done since I could do. So it's like breathing for me. I am grateful to be in this space to be able to share my books and things with you guys. It is a pleasure.
So tell me about your books. Are they fiction, nonfiction? How many are out there, and how many are up here that haven't made it to the page yet?
There you go. See, that's God telling me to get to getting. I got about a good 2 or 3 up here that ain't made it to the pages for y'all to read yet. They on the computer though. They, in bits and pieces. I got title pages and all that. But I have successfully written and published nonfiction. I have Grief is a Gangster, Caregiver CPR, Jeremiah, the Jackrabbit, which is my children's book about a disabled jackrabbit who does something nobody expects. Handicapped Mom Lessons I Learned Through Cerebral Palsy. That's one of my oldest books. It's pretty much my life story of going through the trials and tribulations of divorce, domestic violence, homelessness, those type of things. And then I have a couple of co-writes. The Power of God, Daily Devotional 2 for Women, 50 Shades of Pink, A Healing Journey to Self-Love, and the latest one, Turning My Pain into Purpose, Volume number 2. So I have a few out there, yeah.
So how many books total was that you just rattled off for us?
Oh my gosh. I want to say I want to say 7 or 8.
Wow.
7 or 8. Yeah.
That's impressive. So I got to ask, because this is where most people stop. I think everybody has a story, right? I think everybody has a story. Few will actually write it down. Even few will actually publish it for the world to review. You have done this now 6 or 7 times. What makes you do this? Like, what makes you decide to put it out there?
Yeah. First of all, I had not planned on doing this. This was not in my view at all. The very first book, and I forgot to mention that my very first baby, How Do I Handle a Special Needs Child, was actually a show that was supposed to air on Blog Talk Radio with a gentleman, and unfortunately, it did not air because he decided that he wanted to have phone sex with me, and I declined.
Wow! So basically, you published that first book. You published that book because there was a need. You wanted to figure a way to get it out there.
Yeah. We had the meeting and everything was going well. And then boom, he just turned the corner. He started complimenting me on my voice and how beautiful I was. And then he just started breathing heavy. I thought he was having a heart attack or something. Sis, I ain't gonna lie to you. And like I said, needless to say, the show did not air and I had all this material. And I said, Lord, I wrote down all this material. What am I supposed to do with it? And I sat for a few days and I added some more stuff to it. And then I just decided to throw it out there and publish it. And the rest is history.
And so have you self-published all of your books?
Except Jeremiah the Jackrabbit, because I am not an illustrator. But yes, all the other ones, yes.
And so what is that like? Like, when you get them out there, but how do you see if that book gets into the hands of the people that need to see it?
I make sure that I am in spaces where you probably wouldn't normally see me and things of that nature. And because of the titles of my books and the uniqueness of the covers, they're always catching someone's eye. So I go to more smaller events than big grandiose ones, because I'm like a needle in the haystack. They're like, oh, I didn't know you had a book or a children's book. This, and all of them are faith based, so there's no profanity and all that. So your children can actually read them.
So
Um,
let me ask you a question, Monique, because I hear you, you've written a variety of books, even a children's book. So if somebody said to you, "What's your genre?" What would you say?
You know what? I wouldn't know how to answer that because I'm so creative. I don't have a favorite. The one that I'm working on that I'm super excited about is like a story that uses different people and things like that, that is fiction. So I'm excited about my first fiction book or mystery book or whatever. So I like challenging myself and pushing myself past the norm on the bookshelves. You know what I mean? So I'm always looking for that wow factor. So that's what I'm excited about. Like I said, I've been writing since I could write. And so I don't really have a favorite. Writing is like, I could literally write about anything. So that's the best part of it. It's like you could give me a subject and I'm gone
I feel the same.
with it.
I don't have a genre either. So I've got to ask
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
have any of these books made it to audio?
I didn't do audiobook. I have not done audiobook. I had a couple of people who came to me who wanted to do it, but I felt like it's my voice, it's my story. Nobody's going to emphasize it like me and give it that emotion that it deserves other than me. So now that we have studios that I can actually go do, because I'm not in a place to be quiet enough to record it, even though I have equipment, I'm like, I might just do that.
Yeah, I think if you were to make any of your books an audiobook, you would probably open yourself up to a whole brand new audience. Because I'm
Hmm.
thinking a lot of people are stuck in the car, commuting, whatever, maybe don't have time to pick up
Yeah.
a book, and would
Yeah.
probably resonate from some of the topics that you have said. Probably people would be loving to hear an audiobook in your voice telling us how it should be heard, right? Where you want to emphasize. And I agree. I think that sometimes the author is the only one that can truly bring that topic or story to life. So
Absolutely.
when you do it, I want to know because I would love to go listen to it. Whatever
You
one you do, whatever one.
you will. You will. I will make sure that you do.
So tell us about the podcast. You had mentioned a podcast. Tell us about it so that people can go and check it out.
Well, having a moment with Moni was just me venting one day and getting out my feelings and emotions as a caregiver and a special needs mom, and telling you the truth about what it's like to live it every single day, with a child who is now an adult that can't do anything for himself. Everything I do for me, I have to do for him every day. He can't walk, he can't ambulate. If the house catches fire, God forbid, he'll be there. And so it weighs on you after a while. You can get lost in it because that's all and then doing it with little to no support is even heavier. So I go in there, I tell you about whatever happened that week. I give you a word of encouragement. I give you a prayer. I invite you to make Jesus your Lord and Savior, and then I'm gone into next week. So I have over 100, I think 10 episodes or a little bit more than that now. And I took a break because I was in school. So I'm about to spin the block and pick it back up. So stay tuned for that. It's streaming on all platforms.
That is fantastic. From somebody who is the mother of a special needs, my son is ambulatory and he's functional, but there was a lot when he was younger that
Hmm.
we can even remotely prepare you for. And so knowing that
Right.
you are out there helping people and giving them information and support and encouragement, because I don't think people think about it until they're in that situation.
Yeah, they can't relate. If you have not walked in this position, only thing you can offer is you know, a mundane saying, if you will. You can't sympathize with me on the level that someone else can who is in this predicament with a child who has cerebral palsy or autism and things like that. We speak a total different language all our own. And so while you can sit there and surface sympathize with me, you cannot deeply connect to sympathize with me on that level.
I would 100% agree. So if people want to check you out, connect with you, follow you, meet with you, how do we go about doing that? How do we find you?
If you Google my name, you will see me everywhere. God has enlarged my territory, and I'm so grateful for it. I am on all the social media platforms under Monique Duell, except Instagram. I am Miss MSDEEREIGN, and on TikTok, I am just plain Miss D MSDEE. And I answer all of my messages and things like that. If you want to reach out to purchase books from me, if you don't want to get them from Amazon because you want them autographed, you can shoot me a text on social media, and I am very responsive, and I will ship them out in 2 days.
And all the links, y'all, will be in the description. So if you guys want to connect with Monique, you want her books, you guys can get with the topics that she's talking about, follow her and see what she has coming up. Be on the lookout for the podcast that's coming back. She has so much going on. You have to follow this lady.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys got to follow her because I'm telling you, she's got a lot going on. And then, she's got this fiction book coming out now. This, would you say mystery thriller?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want it to be mystery or like a Christian version of the Harlequin novels that points you to Jesus' love. So because I'm creative, like I said, I might just spend a little bit of both. We'll see.
Woo, we are excited. So we're going to be sure to follow you. Let me give you my laundry list before I let you go, Monique. So, y'all, as you guys know, I say this every time. If you are a creative, you want to share this space, it's very easy. Go to my website, go to the Be a Guest tab. Boom, you are a guest. I promise you, it is that easy. If you are on your indie author journey and you want some solid information, I have a guide on my website. It's 44 pages. It's free. It's a flip book. It's a PDF. Go get it. It's yours. Get on your journey. If you want to support me as an author, I've got 2 books out there. Wait for it. You Sound White. Wait for it as an audio. But you know what, y'all? No pressure. If you get them from me, assign them. I've got some stuff to give you along with it, but get them wherever you'd like, and that's if you want to support. If not, again, no pressure. And then lastly, I would love to have you join our book club. And Monique, this is for you as well. We have a book club. It is called the IRS, the Indie Reader Society. My goal for 2026 is to grow this
Nice.
because we only support indie authors. That's it. We only support indie authors. So as a reader, if you want to support an indie author, join us, because when we read an indie author's book, imagine the outcome that they would get from all of us as readers reading their book. If you want to support, join. If you're an author, guess what? Pitch us. We don't know about your book if you don't tell us. All the information's on the website. We are currently looking for a new read. I put it out there. We can read my book. Wait for it. Or no, You Sound White. Or we can read somebody else's. Personally, I would rather see us read somebody else's because I want to support indie authors. Y'all go to the website, check it out. So Monique, back to you. I think everything that you are doing is wonderful. I think that you out there trying to help other caregivers navigate the way with all the information is absolutely fantastic. So tell me, what is on the horizon for you next? Like what are you up to next? And then, what advice can you give that caregiver that is maybe struggling out there?
For the caregivers that may be struggling, I would tell you to give yourself grace and take the time to make you a priority, because your loved ones deserve the best of you, not what's left of you.
Mm, mm, mm.
We cannot pour from an empty cup. We cannot give anything from an empty space. You're tired and beat up. You cannot give yourself fully to someone who requires your full attention and your full strength. So take that caregiver day. Go get your nails done. Go sit outside and watch the birds run up and down the street if necessary. Do something to pour back into yourself and breathe some fresh air. And make sure that pour into yourself positively. Surround yourself with positive people. Be in positive spaces. Love on yourself just as much as you love on your loved ones.
I'm your host, Kelly Morgan, indie author and indie publisher. Welcome to another episode of The Author's Mic. Welcome to today's episode.